Got to give the people. Sound like I said peephole. Give the people what they want. Bass, back. Maybe you can see me, maybe you can't. Let me duck down a little bit. Let's get this in real quick. Hopefully this is not too long for you. We're going to do a review of functions, mapping, domain, and range. Some of this covers stuff that we've talked about already. Some of this covers things that are about to come up. Okay? So let's talk about a function. A function that you should remember is where each input has exactly one output. Okay? This is a hugely important idea. Okay? You want to make sure that this makes sense. And the only thing that's important is the input has only one output. Don't talk about multiple outputs or this and that. The only thing that matters is, does the input have only one output? If so, it's a function. If not, it's not a function and it's just a relation. Okay? So, how do I know if something is a function? And again, this is review. So, is this a function? You tell me, is this next piece a function? I say this relation, so 0, 6, 2, 7, negative 3, 7, 4, 8. Is this a function? Why or why not? Okay? Hopefully, you're looking at this and saying, yes, that is a function. Because I know when I get 0, I'm going to get out 6. That's my only option. When I hit 2, I'm going to get out 7. That's my only option. When I get negative 3 as my input, my output will be 7. That's my only option. It doesn't matter that 2 different inputs have an output of 7. That's not what's important. The only thing that's important is, do I know when I hit 2, do I know exactly what's coming out? In this case, I do. 7 is coming out. That's my output. Input 2, output 7. Now the other piece I want you to do is start to take these and map, okay? So we're going to do a mapping of this. And there's a big mistake that people do in mapping. You won't see it here, but we'll see it in a second. So 0 and 6 are connected. This is my input, this is my output. 0 and 6 are connected. 2 and 7 are connected. Negative 3 and 7 are connected. 4 and 8 are connected. Notice, I don't ever want to write any number twice, right? So if 2 goes to 7 and negative 3 goes to 7, don't write 7 twice. Just write it once in each particular spot, okay? If each of these has only one arrow coming out of it, one line coming out of it, that means it's a function, okay? This is a very quick way to tell if something is a function. See how they only have one little line coming out of them? That means it's a function, all right? So, let's do another one of these. Is this a function? It says negative 3, 6, 4, 8, negative 3, 2, 5, 8. Is that a function? Tell me what you believe right now. Again, hopefully you're looking at this and saying, okay, let me do a mapping to figure this out. So let's use mapping to help us know if this is a function. So we'll go ahead and map this. Why don't you map it already? I'm going to say, okay, negative 3 and 6 go together. 4 and 8. Remember, this is my input, this is my output. 4 and 8 go together. Negative 3 and 2 go together. 5 and 8 go together. If I'm looking at this, is this a function? This is good, that only has one thing coming out of it. This is good, that only has one line coming out of it. This is bad. Notice negative 3 gives me two outputs. It gives me a 6 and a 2. This means this is not a function. The input of negative 3 has two different outputs. I could get a 6 with negative 3, or I can get a 2. Notice it's important that I don't write negative 3 twice, just like I don't write 8 twice. Notice that this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that 8 has two lines going to it because it's an output. The only thing that matters is every input only have one line coming out from it. And in this case, negative 3 does not. Okay? So that's functions and mapping. Okay? So actually, I don't even think we have to talk about domain and range. That's the biggest piece I want you to know. So this will be the last question. I'm not even going to get into domain and range. We'll figure that out in class. We've kind of talked about it already. Let's just talk about this last piece then. Go ahead and map this, and then tell me if it's a function or not. 4, 7, 2, negative 6, 3, negative 6, 5, negative 6, 2, 1. Take this and map it and tell me if it's a function or not. It's your last question. Hopefully you just did that and you say, okay, let's go input, output. 4 goes to 7. 2 goes to negative 6. 3 goes to negative 6. 5 goes to negative 6. 2 goes to 1. Is this thing a function? No, it's not a function. Which number messes it up? You're right. Hopefully you just said 2 messes this up. This has 2 outputs. So this is not a function. Okay? So there it is. There it was. Bass, Reese. Make sure you get your homework done. You guys are doing awesome. Couple weeks left for this semester. Let's make it happen. Go hard like Brooklyn. I'm out.